We're going back 3 wide as we continue our series working through every single NFL draft using college football 25 to grade them. As always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you want to see. We move on to the Big Apple and the G-Men. It is the New York Football Giants looking to build upon a year last year. They're going to have a new quarterback in town. They're going to have some new pieces. They're looking to make a charge and a change after the Danny Dimes regime. We start off in the first round, TD. The Giants were a fascinating pick because we kind of knew what the first couple picks were going to do. Then the Browns end up trading out at number 2. And so you had some questions. Where would the Giants go? And they end up first round taking the best player available in the board in Abdul Carter. Now, we're going to set aside the questions because the questions with Abdul Carter is where does he play? They have Kayvon Thibodeau. They have Brian Burns. That's a third edge. But from a college football 25 perspective, he is the second highest rated edge in the game. He's tied for, I think, the third highest rating in the game. And you look at him, 89 speed, 88 agility, 96 acceleration on the edge. This guy is going to get after the quarterback and quick.
This dude is an absolute stud. I mean, you can play him outside linebacker. You can play him at DN. You got the platinum quick jump. In my opinion, I think the best ability in the game on the defensive side of the ball. Those quick jumps in this game are so important. You saw the speed. I mean, 96 hit power, 92 finesse, 97 freaking finesse move. This guy's an absolute stud. I wonder where he is going to fit on that defense. You already have Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, but this is like the greatest front seven in the history of the NFL from what they're building. I just don't know how they fit all these speed rushes out there. But based on the video game, this is an unreal pick.
You got to score some points at some point. I mean, platinum quick jump, it's the best ability in the game, especially for a pass rusher. It breaks it.
Hands down, it's not debating. Platinum quick jump changes the game. It changes defenses. It changes everything and how you play this game. And Abdul Carter, he's one of the guys and picked at number 3. That's what you expect to see when you're going in the first round. Now, granted, it's high. He's the third pick. I mean, I love this pick right here by the Giants. I don't think it's a good fit for them because they have so many pass rushers. They took Brian Burns away from the Panthers. You got Thibodeau, you got Dexter Lawrence, and they even added Bobby Okra. You know what I'm saying?
Okereke?
Yeah.
Bobby Okereke? Or as you called him, Bobby Okra, which is weird. It's a side dish at Thanksgiving, I think. But, Bobby Okra. Okra now. Thank you.
He's a stud. It's going to put a lot of pressure on those guys in the locker room. And who knows, maybe down the line, they might even shift trade one of these guys out and bring in some more first-round draft picks because of this pickup for Abdul Carter. Platinum quick jump, man. He's the man.
User, they trade back into the first round, and they go and get their quarterback. It is out of Ole Miss, Jackson Dart, 6'2", 225. Now, User's got the glasses on because he's going to need to read all of these abilities that Jackson Dart has. Platinum step up, gold sleight of hand, full complement of 8 abilities. User, when you see a quarterback where the ability slots are all filled up, you know this guy's elite.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy, Nick? I can actually read better with these glasses on.
Let's go.
Who knew? Yeah, know what I'm saying? Who knew? But yeah,
this episode is not sponsored, but we would like to thank the American Optometry Board for helping out with OneGreatUser's ability to read.
Yeah, and there was so much tossing and turning because everyone, these guys who got drafted, I mean, all the quarterbacks was overshadowed by Shedeur because Shedeur was supposed to be drafted the first or second quarterback coming off the board. And you see Jackson Dart. He's not a bad quarterback. You look at his rating. You look at his abilities. If it isn't for that Shedeur, I think Jackson Dart, he's a good pick second round. I think he's 91 overall. He has all the abilities. I'm not mad at this pick at all. I love the first 2 picks. They have Russell Wilson, but, how many weeks is that going to work out?
Giants country. Giants.
Giant. They got Russell Wilson. They got famous Jameis. They trade up for Jackson Dart here.
I cannot wait for Jameis Winston to talk about the snow in New York. We are just blessed to play in the snow. I mean, TD, and you look, 94 throw power, I think, is the first thing you circle as important for Jackson Dart. A guy who's going to be able to sling the rock. You need high throw power. That's what Dart brings.
Yeah, 100%. And he has good ratings there, good throw power. I love the mobility, too. I believe the speed was like 82 or 84, and that's very doable, especially in the video game. Yeah, 84 speed. That's definitely nice right there. 85 excel. So he has a little bit of mobility. I want to know how he's going to be rated when it comes to Madden, right? Where does he fit in? Because we talked about this a bunch, user. Shador is rated so high. How does he rate in Madden 26? And then you got Jackson Dart, who's rated less than Shador in this game. How does he translate as a first-round pick to the Madden? So I really want to see what he's rated when it comes to Madden 26.
Be interesting. We go to the third round. They go to the MAC. Shout out to Friday Night Maction. We got from the Toledo Rockets, Darius Alexander. A little bit of a drop-off here. I see User shaking his head already. Yeah. I mean, he's got duress, he's got pocket disruptor, but only 84 overall in the third round.
Yeah, still in that third round. And this is a high third rounder. So I'm still expecting to see bare minimum 89, 90 in this range right here, especially because you might as well say this is a late second round because it's so high. And I'm expecting to see that. And you go with this defensive tackle. Not only is he, I don't see it as the overall rating, but we just talked before in your first rounder, how many defensive linemen do you need? Like, I mean, and I don't even think, like you touched on it, Nick, how are you going to score? Like, and this guy is
hopefully defensive touchdowns, I think. They're just looking at Brian Burns like, I'm going to need you fumble sixes, buddy. I'm going to need you to get to the end. Now, I do like this pick from a fit perspective, Ty, because D-tackle on the next to Dexter Lawrence, who is an absolute game wrecker on the interior. And here's what I do like. Listen, I know the overall rating isn't going to excite you. I know the abilities aren't going to excite you. But he hits the 90-plus threshold on power move and the 85-plus threshold on block shed. Even with the lower rating, I like some of these other ratings. I feel like this pick is not as bad as it looked off the rip.
Yeah, he has some underrated abilities that really stand out that you like. The power move, the block shed, the strength. I agree with User to a point, though. Like, how much do you need to bolster this front seven? It's the strength of your team. Like, you have so much there. It's the Malik Neighbors show only. We need some more weapons out there for this Giants team. I think if this was like a fifth-round pick, I'd be okay with it. Third round, a little bit of a stretch.
It just feels like this feels like you think you look at the 84 in the third round, you go, oh God, this is an F pick. I feel like it's a C. It's perfectly fine if you're just looking at that pick. In the fourth round, maybe one of my favorite players to watch in college football. They go to Arizona State. And they pick up Cam Skattebo. I mean, he captured the hearts of America in the college football playoff from the Big 12 champs. Still don't like calling Arizona State a Big 12. Whatever. We're not gonna talk about it. User abilities. He comes in with 6 abilities, including platinum balance and then gold workhorse, safety valve, and downhill in the fourth round. If you thought the third round pick was a C minus, this has got to feel like an A+ in the fourth round.
Yeah, this is a steal at the fourth round, and this is what you like to see organizations do. Skattebo, man, like you said, he stole the nation's heart, and you look at his abilities, man. He's able to get it done, has platinum abilities. You're getting a platinum ability in the fourth round with balance, workhorse gold, safety valve gold. Just let you know he's going to be a solid running back to be able to help that Giants backfield, somebody that the quarterbacks can lead on, whoever the quarterback is going to be.
I know 89 speed, Ty, probably doesn't blow you away, but you do sit there with one of my, I think an ability we don't talk about enough, 93 break tackle. And then you're sitting there, you got 85 spin move, so you hit the 85 threshold on spin move. You hit 89 juke move, 93 carrying, and 77 catching, which for a halfback, 77 is one of the highest catching we have seen for a halfback. I know people see the speed and they go, ooh, is that okay? But that's all. Skattebo's going to run through you. He's going to run around you. He may not have the breakaway speed that some of these 95, 96s have, but I love Cam Skattebo, especially in New York.
Yeah, me too. This is a great fourth-round pick. He's not going to fumble the rock, too. 93 carry, 93 ball carrier vision, and you mentioned it, that 77 catch. You would think, he looks like a power back, not the best speed, has these physical abilities that are nice. They list him as an elusive back, which is interesting, but that 77 catch is really underrated in his game, I think, and I kind of like this pairing with him and Tyrone Tracy in the backfield. You got the kind of the gadget speed guy in Tracy, then you got the power guy in Skattebo, but he can also play on third down. So this is a really good pick in the fourth round.
I still just some of those highlights from the college football playoff. I mean, Skattebo putting the entire team on his back and running. He is not afraid of contact. So I love this Thunder and Lightning pair they have in New York. We go to the fifth round and at the West Lafayette, Indiana. And we got Marcus Mbao. Now, listed in the game as a tackle. Ty, this screams guard to me, though. 6'5", 300. And you look at the speed number, listed to 57 speed. So it feels like a more interior offensive lineman, 82 overall. But I don't think there's much to talk about. This just doesn't feel like a great value in the fifth round.
Yeah, we can kind of move on from here. I mean, good strength. What's the run block? That'll be key. If he's going to play guard here for the Giants so they can run the rock with Scatterbo, we need some good run block rating. So let's check what that is. I know it's way down here. Yeah, see, like this
hits the 80 threshold, doesn't get to 85.
If we had 85 overall here in the, what do we got, 5th round, I could be okay with it. 82. This drops the stock a little bit, user, for the draft.
User looks like a disappointed dad right now.
Yeah, and they're trying to throw one bronze ability on there. They could have just kept that. You know what I'm saying? They just could have kept that. You know?
Just give him nothing at that point. Like.
He's in the 5th round. He's going to have to come out there and show out, man. And you know, it's a fall off. The 4 or 5 picks that they had already, you had 3 out of the 5 was good. This one right here, it's a late 7th round pick in my opinion.
And we got 2 7th-round picks for the for the New York Giants. We start out with the Nebraska Cornhuskers tight end, Thomas Fidone, the second. User, they didn't give him an ability. And that's okay, because it's a 7th-round pick. Yeah. 82 overall, 82 speed, 89 excel at 6'6". I kind of feel like this is sneaky okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have seen some bad tight ends.
Yeah, he's 6'6", he's balanced. You know what I'm saying? This is what you kind of expect. Is at least it's still in the 80s, 82 overall. You know, Ty, I know you love tight ends. You know, being a New England guy, you love a 22-set formation. So go ahead, take it away.
Yeah. I mean, reading up on this guy though a little bit, like this is a high ceiling upside pick here for the Giants. 7th round. They said coming out of high school he was rated higher than Brock Bowers. He had 2 ACL injuries that kind of took him out. He hasn't played much. So, like, to take this guy in the 7th round with some high upside, it's kind of nice. Game-wise, he's whatever, 82 speed, 82 overall. Maybe turns out to be a stud. You get that speed up a little bit in Madden. It's not terrible.
Yeah. Close out their draft in the 7th round by going to the Pokes, the Cowboys, Oklahoma State. They take Corey Black, top-rated corner on the Oklahoma State team. And I love this value in the 7th round, user. Nice. 4 abilities you're getting it. Now, I know only 1 silver and 3 bronzes, but you're looking 7th round, you're getting 4 abilities and a 6-foot corner at 90 speed.
Yeah, he's solid, man. You got to look at those abilities right there. 7th round pick. This is one of the best 7th round picks we've seen that hasn't been just straight off the steal. This is what you're kind of expecting in the 7th round. Hey, he's solid size, solid speed. He has abilities. He has a chance to make the roster. I like this pick right here by the Giants.
85 man, 87. I mean, for a man-to-man corner, his zone is higher, so okay. But you got 85 man, 87 zone. You hit the 80 threshold on press. I mean, this feels like as a 7th round, this is nice value, TD.
This is a phenomenal pick, right? The stock dropped a little bit with that 5th round guard from Purdue, but it really rose right here with this corner. I mean, he's really balanced across the board. 85 man, 87 zone, 6 feet, not terrible, good speed, solid overall. And like user said, those abilities, KO, ball hawk, jammer, blanket coverage, and his couple gold abilities for the 7th round. This is a steal.
Let's talk DFS before we give our final grade. We go to our DFS expert, who is not a professor because he doesn't have glasses, but he has a man bun. It is Tyler Davis. Ty, I feel like we finally have a team that's excited to talk about for DFS, and I feel like you circled 2 things. Number one, this Giants defense is going to be, I think, fun to watch. But does Jackson Dart get some playing time this year, especially late in the year? Does he even have a chance to compete with Russell Wilson? I know it looks like he's going to be a stash behind Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, but could we see Jackson Dart late in the year?
We could see him late in the year. I think he's more of a guy, if you're in like a keeper league, you want to save him for year 2. I think he can really, be effective in year 2. But you mentioned it, the defense here. What is the most important thing when it comes to, rostering defenses on DraftKings? It is sacks. Sacks. Those get you those fancy points. And these guys are going to put pressure on the quarterback. Also want to throw out Cam Scatterbo. I think he can have some value here in the red zone.
Touchdown Merchant kind of screams out to me. This seems like a guy that, goal line situations, you're going to see him to spell Tyrone Tracy. I mean,
exactly.
Could we be seeing Cam Scatterbo? I don't know if you're going to see a 1,000-yard rusher for him, but could you be seeing an 8, 9, 10 touchdown year late in the – because, again, are you really running a lot of tush pushes with Russell Wilson?
No. You got kind of 2 old quarterbacks ahead of Jackson Dart. You're not going to run the tush push. You're going to hand the ball off to big Cam Scatterbo, the power back, and let him get you 10 touchdowns this year.
All right, boys, it's time to grade this draft. Now, I'm going to throw this out here. I'm going to start us off, and I'm going to try to sell you on why I think this grade. A-. Here's why. Your first 2 picks are absolute great. I mean, you got two, like we talk about value in the first round. You got the tied for the second highest rated player in the game in Abdul Carter with that platinum quick jump. You get the fifth highest rated or sixth highest rated quarterback in the game in Jackson Dart, your first two picks. You get Cam Scatabo in the fourth round, who is, I think, an absolute value pick. Full complement of abilities is going to help out that all. And then you got a seventh round pick with 4 abilities, which you really just don't see that often. I know Marcus Mbao, you're not blown away by. I know you're not blown away by Darius Alexander from Toledo, but I feel like the value picks that we saw and what we have seen so far from these drafts, we are not seeing 4 great picks, I feel like, in a lot of these drafts. And so because of that, I feel like this is a bottom end of the A. That's why I'm trying to tell you on A-. You do with that what you want.
Ty?
I hear you, but I'm not just that guy that gives
I don't want to hear from you.
I'm not that guy that just lets everyone pass in class, okay?
You failed everybody, let's be honest,
you made some
okay?
good points, but when you have 3 bad picks, I can't give you an A. This screams B or B plus to me, and I think that's fair.
I don't think it was 3 bad picks. I think it was 2. The tight end is fine. And the 7th round, we're really criticizing an 81 speed tight end in the 7th round. Like, really?
I'm not willing
we
to
saw
give him an A,
a 55 overall tight end go in the 7th round. Okay, all right, Tyler, let's all settle down on bad. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not willing to give him an A, but I would go B plus. I would go B.
So top end to B is a good compromise. All right, that's fine. I have a feeling we're gonna get to the end of this and we're gonna have nobody else in A. Like that's what's going to happen here, and then we're gonna be staring at Tyler Davis going like, okay, curve it because we need somebody in the A's. I think this is a really good draft for the Giants.
It is. It's solid. It's solid.
It's a good draft.
Yeah.
Does it make them a lot better? Guess we'll have to wait and see, and we'll see what goes on this season as we work our way through every single NFL team. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate everybody who smashes that thumbs up button and downloading it. By the way, if you want to listen to it in your car, we're across all podcast platforms as well. So make sure you download it and keep tuning in as we continue working our way through every single NFL draft going 3 wide.